Cool. So yeah, let's go over some 930 setup. Let's go and let's check it out here. Okay, so we had Uber. See, price went up here on Friday. Had a 4 hour close above it. Okay, so that's extremely nice. I think we might definitely push up to this area of resistance up here. Okay. So with this area here, okay, this was cool. Could see price here. Decided to pass this 930 area of resistance here. Okay, 930 resistance. Price even retested off of it here. We can see on the 5 minute, we had one of these candles here. Okay, price retested off of it. I believe we're definitely going to go ahead and try and fill up to the next area of resistance at the very top here. Okay. So very extremely easy here. Okay, this is going to be like a day trading setup. We're holding these trades for like a couple of days. Okay, we're still going to buy like weeks, months out just for the contract and just in case. Well, a lot of the times these will hit take profit within a couple of days or weeks. Okay. So indicators, we're going to start off with the market open maker, okay? And we're just focusing on these 930 levels, okay? That's what really we're going to be focusing on. So got a 930 level right here. Okay, another one right here. And one up here, if I'm not mistaken. One down here. Okay, so all of these levels here are going to be 930 levels. Right here. And right here. Okay, then I can go to my 4 hour time frame. Okay. And that's why we lock the lines. But if I wanted to, I could definitely wait for price to pull back to any one of these levels, okay? And see if price is going to go ahead and give me a buy entry. Okay, so I just look below current price. Okay, set all the 930 entries that I saw. Okay, and if I see price come to this level, give me a bounce up. Okay, that'll potentially be a valid entry. Okay, same thing with this entry here. Could potentially be valid. Same thing down here. Could potentially be valid. Okay, and if you get a 4 hour close and a sweep up from these areas, then that's definitely going to go ahead and be that. Okay, so just be aware before you just instantly buy. Don't just buy the first wick. Okay, make sure you take your time. Be like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm buying. I know what I'm looking at. Okay, so your 930 levels are really going to show you everything that you need to see. Okay, so let's go over another 930 example here. And this is really going to help you trade with the trend, whether it is a pullback scenario or an above current price scenario. Okay, so let's take this stock for example here, bam. So I'll go to my 30-minute time frame, look above current price. And let me go ahead and just start marking out areas where I see 930 reactions. So I'm gonna take my line here and mark it at the 930 reaction here too. I'm gonna put one above current price at this 930 level here, and this one up here as well. Okay, as well as this 930 up here. Okay, all the reactions I'm gonna go ahead and put in, just so we know where price is heavily reacting off of the most, as these are gonna be the highest volume levels, and volume is gonna be the amount of people that are trading. Okay, so when 930, which is when the stock market opens, okay, hits, the bell rings, people are going to be frantic, okay, putting in trades and stuff like that. Everyone's excited. So wherever market decides to open up from these levels are going to be really important. So that's a really good way to find the best pullback levels, see how price wants to react. Okay, so just going from left to right, okay, even checking out this area here at 930, for example. Okay, if I wanted to, from there, I could easily go to like my 15-minute or 5-minute time frame. Okay, wait for price to break and retest from any of these levels above. Yeah. Okay, so if I see break and retest on any of these levels, I can easily go ahead and take the trade from these 930 levels. Okay. Resistance right here, 930 resistance up here, 930 right here, 930 right here. That's going to show you where the best levels are. It's going to be extreme cheat code. It's going to make it simple. Let's go over another example here. All right, we have MDLZ. So let me go to my 30. Okay. And just check it out. Okay. Ideally, I like to start off with my daily too. Make sure I see the full price action. So I can see a super low was created at the bottom down here. I can see price wants to try and meet this resistance up here that came in July. Okay, so I'm going to go to my 4-hour too, see everything from closer perspective, and the resistance up here. Okay, sometimes the daily can not show you everything you need to see. And then I'm going to go to my 30-minute time frame, and we can go ahead and find pullback levels or price levels above current price in order to trade like a direction flow. Okay, so right here, it's going to be a pullback level there. Wherever these green lines are on my screen is going to be exactly where markets decide to open up. So we have a level here, got a level here. Okay, as we can see, the 930 levels are correlating with each other. We got one here, and then this one is going to line up with this one. Okay, and then this one is going to line up with this one. Okay, so it's always going to line up for the most part too. The more taps that you see in a certain area, the more powerful of an area it is that you should be playing there. Okay, even 930 area right here, 930 area right here. Okay. Finding the key levels here, taking our time. Okay, and that's all below current price. Okay, so as price goes into price, if I see price pull back to any of these levels, give me a 4-hour close, then I'm going to be cool to go ahead and take it. That's the whole sweep back up. Okay, if it breaks this level, it's okay. You could try this one. If it breaks this one, that's fine. You could try this one. Okay, as soon as you get your 4-hour close though, you know you're going to be good to go ahead and kiss the sweep, inshallah. And above current price too. So it's going to be trading with the trend. It's going to be a simple way to make profit as well too. Okay. So you can get on your 30-minute time frame, look for areas of resistance. For example, if I'm taking it long, above current price, can wait for it to get above current price and take this area of resistance right here and turn it to support and just take it back up, okay, from the original breakout. So you don't have to take the original breakout. You could let price break out, do its thing. Wherever the breakout closes from, price has a chance to retrace, turn the resistance to support. If it does that and you get a 4-hour close, go ahead and get in. And that's a good trade as well, trading with the trend. It's very safe. So let me see here. You can get in here too. And you can get in up here. Okay. So any of these levels of resistance or even support above current price are going to be good levels to go ahead and look for a break and retest. Okay. So even levels of support can go ahead and be mirrored too. So even if price were to go up past this level of support, okay, it can kind of inverse retest and mirror that level of support and go up too. Okay. So that's also going to be part of the breakout model. Okay. And certain things with high liquidity are going to have a little cleaner levels, okay, compared to smaller stocks, but even smaller stocks, you're still going to be able to find good trades. Okay. So for instance, a price break or retest here could take it up to the next level up here. You could just keep going, doing all your levels and just playing your chart like a staircase. So that's pretty much all it is. It's just a big giant staircase. We'll check out Wells Fargo, for example. Hop on my daily. I can see that we're all-time highs. We can't touch this. Okay, there's nothing we can do here. Okay, personally, right now. Okay, we can't trade a resistance breakout. It's at all-time highs. So what we have to do is wait for price to come back down so we can buy it back up. So here's how to find the pullback level. So now that I see the data on my daily, I see what's going on. Let me go down to my 30-minute. So I'm on my 30-minute time frame. And I'm going to look below current price logically. I want price to touch one of the levels below current price and sweep back up. Okay. So that's going to be the goal and objective. So let me go ahead and get the line tool here. Okay. And I can go ahead and put prices down at the 930 doubles. So let me go ahead and put a line price here, line price here, down here. And I can go ahead and see the prices of the lines completely to the far right in black. Okay, so if price comes down to any of these levels, gives me a 4-hour close and bounce, I'm gonna be good, inshallah. Okay. It's about taking the right trades, okay, taking informed trades. Okay, this is gonna be a low right here too. Okay, and you can see some of these lows are gonna mirror each other. Okay, this low is matched with another low over here to the right. Okay, and then we have this resistance up here too, which matters. Okay, and then down here, boom, area of support down there too. Have another one too. Okay, just mark out your clean levels. Okay, you don't gotta make it difficult. Just play what needs to be played. Okay, so if price comes down to any of these levels, it gives me a 4-hour close. I'm not gonna play the first tap. Okay, if price comes down to any of these levels, gives me a 4-hour close, I'm gonna be good to go ahead and take the pull back up, okay, confidently. Okay, these are 930 levels where market wants to open up at, okay, and just burst in an upwards direction a lot of the times. So a lot of the times market will mirror what it's done in the past, so it could definitely do it again for sure. So we'll go over PayPal here. I'll start off on my daily time frame, get the bigger picture. I can see price made this low right here. I can see price at least wants to come test this resistance area up here. Okay, so I'll get on my 30-minute time frame. Okay, and I'll look for a pullback area to see if we can go ahead and catch it back up to this area of resistance right here. So let me get on my 15-minute or my 30. I'll do the 15 for this example. Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and look at the key areas. Okay, I have this area right here. 930 is clean. Keep finding the best areas, all I'm focused on. Okay, right here. That's the ultimate low that was created. Okay. You can also lock your lines too if you notice your lines moving too much. Okay, up here, price decided to short downward. Even up here. Shorted downward. Okay, and as you can see, a lot of these are just correlating. A lot of these lines of levels are correlating with each other. Yeah, a lot of these 930 levels are going to be solid. Yeah, we can definitely trust a lot of these levels for sure. Okay, so that's going to go ahead and be PayPal. So I can go ahead and see this area here. This area of resistance clearly above me. Okay, I can wait for price to either break here, retest off of this area, or I can try this area up here. Okay. Or if it doesn't work here, I could try this area here. So it's all about patience. Like, you can win the trade if you truly want to. It's just about waiting to see, like, okay, will my trade do what I need it to do? Okay, and even for a pullback level, if I see price try to dump down to here, okay, turn this area of support into resistance and then fall down, which it could potentially do, and meet up with this low, then that's going to be in probability too. So bread is everywhere. Bread is all over the place. It's just depending on how patient you want to be, what type of setups you take. And just because there's bread everywhere doesn't mean you should be taking a short and then taking a long and then taking a short and then taking a long. Like, your trade frequency and how much money exposure you have in the market is going to depict like how profitable you are really. So it's like, yeah, you can see everything, but just take the trades as data. So yeah, if you see a profitable trade, you can either take it as data or take it. But if you take it, I advise you stick to that model. Okay, so if this is break and retest and you're a break and retest trader, you see support getting broken, turn into resistance, then okay, it could be potentially a decent trade down to the next level. Okay, but if you're a breakout trader, this is something that might not work out for you, okay, depending on certain situations and your criteria, for example. Okay, but you do have a 4-hour close underneath the level, so even a breakout trader here would potentially be able to take this too. So focus on your criteria, focus how you trade, okay? And it's not always going to work on all markets. Like Forex made shorting really popular because the chart is a lot more sideways. But when it comes to stocks and crypto, stock pretty much just goes up in straight line over the years, okay, in the long-term scenario. So it's a lot different, but both the technicals and all technicals work on all charts. So that's the cool thing. So once you learn once, you can apply it to any market that you understand or want to get into. So we'll talk about Cisco here. Okay, we'll restart from scratch. So Cisco here, I can easily just see, okay. So I know on the stock market too, price is trying to go in an upwards direction, and crypto, because people are working hard to increase the value of their company or make cryptocurrency more useful, whether it be just innovating new technologies or etc. Okay, so they want their value and their shares to go up, so they get paid more on dividends and stuff like that, and share exits. So even the normal workers, like for Nvidia, for example, a lot of people who just worked in Nvidia past 10 years just became millionaires because they were able to retire early because the company blew up. Okay, so if you work for a company and it blows up and they give you shares, it's going to be a really good way to retire early. So it's showing you that trading is going to be a really quick way if you want to retire early. As long as you invest your money correctly, you get in at certain lows and you invest into the future. Okay. So know that price is always going to try and chase resistances for the most part. Always, always, always. Okay, because it's trying to break out into new highs. Okay, people are trying to get paid more for their shares, so price is trying to chase new highs. Okay, and the richest traders are going to be the U.S. stock market traders, so it's one of the most important markets. Okay, so price is always chasing higher resistances, always. Okay, it's always looking to break into new all-time highs for the most part. No company wants their stock to be going down. It's not beneficial for them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with my 30-minute here. I'll go my 15 here, and I'll look below current price and above. We'll do both. Okay. So for this candle here, it's 930 candle. I'll put go and delete everything. Put this level here. Get back on my daily. You can see price wants to at least come up here. So price is always going to be hunting either an area of resistance above current price, or if an area of resistance is too far, like all the way up here, okay, it's still going to be aiming for all-time highs ultimately. But depending on your expiration dates and something like that, okay, then closing in an area of support above current price is going to be solid too, because we know that just like we saw, support can be broken in terms of support. So put everything logically, put it together like a puzzle piece. So if I get on my 15-minute here, and see the structure and everything closely, you can see price wants to bounce from this low here. Okay. Price bounce from this low here. Price bounce from this low here. All I got to do is focus on 930 levels. I don't really have to focus on anything else. Okay, as far as the stock market. Okay. And this level too. Okay. And then a lot of these levels too are going to be related to each other. So a lot of the times you'll see a lot of levels working at the same areas over and over again. Okay. And right here. All right, boom. So let's say we have all these levels, for example, okay, that I think are going to be solid, good levels. Okay. And this level here. Okay, let's say I go to the far right on Cisco. Okay, I can go ahead and just see certain things. Okay. So I know that price is trying to at least chase this resistance up here. Okay, I can go to my 30-minute and see everything cleanly. Okay, I can just wait for either a pullback or resistance breakout how I want. Okay, I can see at this level I already got a pullback. So price decides to fall all the way down, come up, and then pull back to this level right here. Okay, and we just did all the 930 levels. Okay, then it's not okay. This level is important. So if I wanted to, really, I could delete this one. And because we have all the data to the left verifying that this low is valid, okay, and I have a 4-hour close verifying that the pullback is valid, I can easily go ahead and take this up to the next area, like up here, for example, okay, and see if this area up here wants to turn it into resistance. Okay, so you can use certain different scenarios to make bread, just about thinking how logically you want to play. Okay, it's a big puzzle piece, and if you play logically, there's going to be money everywhere, okay, which is why people just make money by just buying and holding. Okay, because it truly can be that simple. So let me check out here. Okay. Even right here on Pfizer, okay, I expect price to come up to this area of resistance up here. Okay. I'm sure I could go to the left and find some good levels and reasons why. Price wants to react the way it does. So we have a low right here. I have one right here. We have another one down here. Okay, go ahead and go to my current price. Okay. So I know if price pulls back to any of these black lines, it's going to be effective for me to go ahead and get in at those positions. 930 low right here too. Okay. The further we go back, the more data we're going to collect. See if everything that we're doing makes sense and correlates. We got one up here. Got one here. All right, and then we go ahead and go to my current price. And guess what? So you can see here that this line that I just went ahead and drew from all the way to the left correlates. Okay, so correlates with this line right here, verifying this low with a push up here. Okay, so on Pfizer here, this trade goes ahead and makes sense too. Okay, you can easily go ahead and potentially take it up to the next black line up here. Okay, so many different ways you can go ahead and take a trade. Okay, many different formations, and it's just going to depend on what way you're looking at the market and how you want to take your setups. Okay, so let me take you through another example here. So let me go ahead and pull up a high liquidity stock. We'll go over NVIDIA, for example. Let me start off on my daily. Okay, logically thinking, I know that the stock market wants to go up, so my take profit is going to be these all-time highs up here, for example. Okay, let me go to my 15-minute time frame. And let me go ahead and start marking my levels. So I'll do levels below current price and above current price. So I got support below current price right here. And you can see which direction these 930 candles are moving in by just seeing how the flow works. So if you clearly see a top resistance wick and then price falling down, then you know price reacted off of the top resistance wick here, not the bottom. Okay, so just check out the flow. You can easily see which direction the price is moving in. Okay, we got a 930 level here. Got one up here. We got one up here. And let's say we got one here. Okay. It's precision scrolling. And just taking our time on these setups. Yeah, 930 resistance right there too. 930 support. Price shorted down from here. 930 support here. Okay, and you see everything correlating as well too. 930 support here too. Then we got some down here. Okay, and then once you have your levels, you're good. Okay, you have your data here. You know how to play your reactions. You know what you're looking for. You're not going to be playing without any data or information on your screen. You know exactly what you're going to be looking for. So Say price is set at 2. Go in upwards direction here. Price went up right here. And then we got right here too. These are going to be all the best levels. Anything with the 930 reaction is going to be the best level supply. Okay, let's say we stop there. So I can go to my 4-hour time frame here, just analyze everything. Okay, I can still see that price wants to go ahead and try and at least touch the black line all the way up here. Okay, and as we can see, we got price shorting at this black line here, but we do have a pullback at this level here that did work. So if price pulls back, holds this level here, could potentially be good. Okay, take this up, point there. Okay, maybe break and retest here, and potentially break and retest here. Okay, or price can potentially short from these areas too. Okay, resistance mirrors, and these are going to be the cleanest levels to play a lot of the times. So it's about taking your time, analyzing what works, analyzing the cleanest levels, and playing with potentially just needs to be played. So even right here, we have this area of resistance. So right here. Okay, so yeah, price reacting with this area of resistance too. So break and retest can happen at any of these areas. Okay, and a lot of these areas are going to be about 1 point per. Okay, so it's going to be good money even if you day trade just these small zones in between. Okay, so break and retest, they should work all between these areas, and it's going to be an easy way to just catch your day trade flow. Okay, so if you want to make some money multiple times during the week, okay, just boot up your account, mark out all your levels, and then you can catch your flow. Okay, be responsible with your trades. Okay, and be ready to just close relatively quickly. You can't really cook your trades like this, especially when you're trading on a smaller time frame basis. So even right here, let me go ahead and do all the levels. Starting off on Walmart here, get on my daily. Okay, this price actually already hit all-time highs here. So let's find a pullback level. Okay, that's good. So we know that price wants to at least touch this resistance up here. Yeah, so let's find a pullback level below current price. So let me get on my 15-minute time frame. Just pay attention to the dotted line here. Okay, and I'm looking at all levels below current price. So I got this level down here, 930. Got some 930 support down here. Some more 930 support here. Got down here. Just about marking the best levels that we can find here. One right here. Got one right here. Down here. Okay. This is the bottom wick because price is going up. This is the top wick because you can see price going down afterward. Okay, read the flow. That's how you can determine what candlestick it is. And sometimes it can be easier to detect than others, but for the most part, you're going to be able to get it. In here. Okay. Zooming out. Then we got this area here too. Okay. So just finding the best areas below current price. Waiting for price to give us a 4-hour close and pull back to these areas. This area down here. And up here. Here. Okay. And now you have the cleanest levels. Okay, so you can see here in Walmart, if I get on my 4-hour time frame, you can see all the areas where price wants to dip down to. Okay, so if price comes down to any of these areas, below current price, gives me a 4-hour close, I'm going to be good. Okay, I can clearly see that price wants to short down to this level here too. So even if I wanted to take a short, I can clearly see that price wants to short down to this level here on the black. Okay, it's already more than halfway done, and yeah, price definitely wants to make its way here. Okay. And then after price gets here, if it decides to want to bounce here, it's going to be another question. Okay. If it decides to break this level, even after a small bounce, that's fine. You try this level. Try this one. Okay, try this one. Okay, you'll know the pullback area as long as you have your levels down. Then you can go ahead and buy months out, buy some years out, catch the whole sweep back up. Okay, that's going to be a lot more profitable than just catching a tiny burst move. Okay, you know exactly where you're trying to buy. Go grind real life, stay down. Okay, keep grinding bread, keep putting that bread away, and then when the play comes, you can catch the whole move. You can buy the contract that you want, and your money's going to be able to 10x. Okay. So once you have your levels here, just be grateful for bear markets too. If markets ever dipping down, have all your levels placed down. Okay, especially on the stock market, you can take serious advantage of the 930 manipulation, and you can see the best levels. And go ahead and buy certain amount of shares or buy months out or years out for options and stuff like that, and just let your bread make bread. Okay, catch the whole sweeps back up. So this is going to be one of the best ways to do it and to see which levels are going to be clean to play to the downside. Okay, so if price is going to the downside and you're like, okay, where's the bottom? So these are going to be potential bottoms, and wait for your 4-hour close. Don't buy on the first wick. Buying on the first wick can really get you destroyed, and you might get irritated. Okay, so just don't get irritated and stick to a plan that's logical. So even for Apple here, I can see it bursting all the way up. Even if I wanted to take a pullback trade, okay, I could easily go ahead and do something like this. Mark this level here, this one here, this one here, this one here. Okay, all the data is going to be here for us. Okay, literally all the data is here for us. Everything that we need. Okay, 930 level right here too. Another one right here. All the information that we need, every ounce of it on the screen. Okay, all the levels that we need right here. Price decided to bounce upward. Okay, sometimes price is going to go ahead and mirror certain transactions. Okay, price decided to short from here twice. Okay, so resistance once and then resistance twice. So sometimes 930 is just going to mirror level that happened to the left. Okay, right here, price decided to bounce upward. Price decided to short. Actually, no, price decided to long. Okay, it's about just being precise for what we're looking at. Right here. And then right here. Okay, a lot of times if there's a lot of lines in one area too, that area could be potential good zone as well too. Okay, potentially right here. Potentially right here. Okay, right here. Okay, so cool. Yeah, these are going to be just the cleanest levels I can find here. So then from there, I'm going to be able to go to my 4-hour time frame. Okay, and I can look below current price. Okay, if I see price pull back to any of these levels and give me a 4-hour pullback, then I know, okay, inshallah, I'm going to go ahead and be able to get in and catch the whole sweep back up. Okay, so I'm only looking at 930 levels personally, waiting for pullbacks and catching the whole sweep back up. Okay, so that's how you trade if you see something bursting up. Okay, and don't buy things when they're overextended. Okay, wait for price to come back to these levels and catch it back up. Promise you it's going to be a lot more worth it on your risk to reward and on your P&L.